Laramil has done well, and brought fate's chosen into my unrelenting gaze. All other outcomes are now excluded. From this moment, fate's ever-branching tree begins to grow again, and with it, new possibilities emerge. It concerns beginnings and endings, secrets too dangerous to reveal, and the stability of the threads of fate. Hidden rivals threaten my realm, and thereby threaten all of reality. If they succeed, fate will unravel and doom both our worlds. I am the golden eye of fate, and the keeper of whispers. Knowledge and memory are my domains. How this threat eludes me, I do not know. But you are the key to preserving Apocrypha. I have foreseen it, and in doing so, you shall save the mortal realm. Let Laramil guide you, as she can perceive the threads of fate without undue mental anguish. They converge in 3 locations, places of revelation. Meet her in the Necron Bindery, in the mortal city of the same name. Now, let us seal our covenant. The 3 glyphics before you contain the concepts necessary to create a contract to bind us. I submit to this as a promise of cooperation. You may serve as my proxy without fear of harming your own interests. Now, take the glyphics, combine them. Precious little. They are shadows that vanish under my scrutiny. Obscure figures that somehow hide from my gaze. It is disconcerting. Never have I been so blind. Every possible fate unfolds before me. They all lead to an event I thought erased from chance eons ago. If this course isn't altered, Apocrypha falls, reality unravels, and Nirn is destroyed. This enemy eludes me, but you are my secret advantage. That is the reason fate chose you. Your instinctual ability to succeed no matter the obstacles placed before you, no matter the odds. Follow the threads I selected for Laramil. See where they lead. That is the key to saving both our realms. Do you know so little, mortal? Apocrypha is my domain. A plane of oblivion I have shaped to my needs. And this plane, the mortal realm, some refer to it as Nirn. As for the connection, just know that if Apocrypha falls, Nirn will cease to exist. The scholars and mystics of your world call me a Daedric prince. What you see is only an aspect of my true self, for the mortal mind cannot contain the whole of me. This form suffices. Your mind must remain intact for you to be of use to fate. Fate takes many paths, mortal. Find Laramel in Necron, and choose wisely.
You have a questioning look about you. Certainly. I am pleased to drive the undead from the world, wherever we may travel. Slaying vampires or destroying skeletons is but one way to liberate souls in subjugation. If this is our mission, I will never think our time ill spent.
Ho there, traveler. Can you help me?
A blessed bounty for potion making.
Oh, thank the eight. You stopped. I've had people pass by without even a glance my way. Suppose they must think I'm bait for some sort of trap with clothes as nice as this. I'm a courier for a cadet branch of House Halalu. My superiors tasked me with an urgent delivery to a member of the house in Necrom. I just landed this position. I don't want to lose it, but I can't complete the delivery in this state. I turned my ankle. Serves me right for wearing these new boots on an assignment without properly breaking them in. Could you find Solny Narain in Necrom and deliver her package for me? Happy to let you keep the reward if it means I'll keep my job. You're like a blessing from Zenithar himself. Solny Narain should be at the graveyard in Necrom. As for me, I suppose I'll fashion a splint and hobble my way to a settlement, with the comfort of knowing my professional reputation will remain intact. I was indisposed for a moment off the side of the road when I thought I heard a snake. Not ideal when you have your pants around your ankles. You can probably imagine the rest. No point now. I've been waiting for so long that even if my boots were broken in, I'd still never make it in time. Funny thing is, I bought this ensemble to treat myself for landing this position with House Halalu. Should have just saved my gold. Per the courier's oath, your job isn't to know, it's to take the parcel and go. All I was told was that it's very important. Between you and me, they say that for all deliveries to the members of House Alalu. But the less I know, the better.
Hands off, or I will gut you like the rest. What? Never seen an assassin get put out of work before? You're not one of these third-rate assassins, I can tell. But if you or anyone else puts a hand on me, I'm answering with my axes. I've been cutting down these mercenaries for the better part of the day. I'm guessing my target knows I'm on to her and has started sending them my way. My associate, Harn Orenvi, might know something about it, but I can't bring this heat to him. More like gather information. And if you're offering, I can pay you. Harn usually holds court at the Outlaw's Refuge. He'll be the only one there with bodyguards. Ask him if Raynilla Treveri's been through recently. Got it? Fair warning. Harn might ask you for a favor in return for information. Well, make it quick, before more of those mercenaries decide to show up. I just can't figure out where I slipped up. Raynilla should... What? My story? I tell you to make it quick, and that's what you decide to ask me. Try again, or get moving. Targets. Bounties. Got fishing on the mind, I suppose. I was planning a trip when I got put on this job. High priority, and the pay was nothing I could pass up. Lucky for the fish. I'm a mercenary, bounty hunter, assassin, whatever gets me paid. Raynilla stole something. Was told I'd know it when I saw it. Research notes to try and gain favor with some rival Telvanni magister, maybe. Tale as old as time in these parts. I think so. I don't know. I was handed the job by my job broker. He let slip that Raynilla used to work for the client, but I didn't stick around to hear much else. And listen, don't mention me to Harn. It probably won't do you any favors.
I will stay close to you, Termit. I do not wish to lose my way.
Welcome to my safe house, Proxy. Meeting Hermaeus Mora represents a rare honor. The one who knows materializes in a delimited projection. He chooses to manifest before few mortals. The threads upon which reality dangles are precarious indeed. What did Mora impart to you? And so I shall. The one who knows traced 3 crucial events to this area. Investigate each, and he believes we can expose the conspirators moving against Apocrypha. We may even stop them before the ultimate threat takes shape. I do not know. I was only presented with what was required to bring you to the right place at the right moment. You must determine why fate needs you in each location, then take the appropriate action. Many possible futures branch from every mortal choice. If we know the consequences of our choices, it changes the outcome. Therefore, Hermaeus Mora tells us only what he must. As fate's chosen, the rest is up to you. The threads of fate lead to 3 locations in this region. The necropolis of Necrom, the old tower of Telrendis, and the town of Alavelis. I shall open a portal to each. Investigate them, and return here to the Necrom bindery when you are done. A reasonable and prudent request. I shall provide what details I can, but I know little more than you do. Local history and politics are not my usual area of study. Necrom serves as a center for the ancient Dunmer practice of ancestor worship, a strange custom. The monks of the necropolis, called the Keepers of the Dead, tend the catacombs beneath the city. They guide the faithful in venerating their forebears. Telrendis is one of the many mushroom towers that dot this land. They usually serve as domiciles of Telvanni wizards who wield formidable magic. But this tower is abandoned. Interesting. Fate dictates that when you go there, I shall accompany you. Alavelis is a minor settlement whose only claim to fame is its malachite quarry, a glass mine, as the Dunmer refer to it. That thread of fate vibrates with particular intensity. What you shall find there, I cannot say, but I urge caution, Proxy. Your choice must be your own, Proxy. Hermaeus Mora was clear about that. There. 3 paths are now arrayed before you. Which will you pick?
How can we honor our ancestors if the necropolis is closed?
The abbot ordered the closure for your own good, citizen. Curate Gadain, make sure no one enters.
Prelate? Oh, of course. No one enters the necropolis.
The necropolis is closed? Who ever heard of such a thing?
Something about this... Sorry, friend, but the necropolis is closed today. And by order of the abbot, it seems. We've never turned away the families of the dead before, but if the rumors about illness are true, plague isn't something to be treated lightly. When Prelate Forum and his aides arrived, my fellow Keepers of the Dead were plagued with a strange malady. I was away when the disease struck, and I haven't been allowed back inside since. The prelate said the abbot ordered the closure, but... Prelate Forum arrived from the temple, and suddenly my fellow monks fell ill. We were never notified of a visit, and besides, Forum isn't our usual prelate. Never even heard of him. If you can help, I can make sure you're compensated, I think. Fate must have led you here, friend. Prelate Forum arrived aboard the Stormwing. If you can find out where they boarded the ship, it might tell us something. Talk to the portmaster at the harbor, while I deal with any pilgrims that come by. I haven't seen it firsthand. Prelate Forum says the monks are delirious with fever. Now I'm stuck out here, turning pilgrims away, while everyone else is quarantined inside. I think he brought this sickness to the necropolis, yes. Perhaps he picked it up on the voyage to Necrom, although neither he nor his aides appear sick. Wish I could ask Abbot Ilvel about it, but Prelate Forum won't let me inside to see him. Maybe. But if it isn't spreading to the prelate or his aides, is it really that dangerous? I have no idea. The Lord of Secrets? I hope not. I mean, I suppose Hermaeus Mora isn't bad as far as Daedric princes go. He's not part of the House of Troubles, after all. But trafficking with any Daedra is dangerous business. Everyone knows that.
Falani does not claim to offer the finest goods in all Tamriel.
I heard you were there when Molar Grunder was defeated. Well done.
There was this old clan mother I knew. I would roll my eyes every time she spoke of the good old days of her youth. Now, the things I hear myself say, I sound very much like her. It seems nostalgia rivals skooma in its potency. I don't mean to burden you with my troubles, stranger, but something dreadful is happening in Alavelis. I'm lucky I escaped when I did. It's a village in the South Peninsula. When I heard that the glass mine was reopening, I went there to find employment. I'm a miner by trade, and I needed the work. They hired me, but instead of mining, they wanted us to build something. I never found out. I stumbled upon a group of Daedric cultists and realized something really bad was going on there. I ran and never looked back. I told the city guard, but I don't think they believed me. Someone needs to do something.
Joke's on in Darway. I'm bound to that sort now. Though he does still have my body. It's a little off-putting, actually.
stranger. What business do you have with me? I'm trying to tend my aunt's funeral pyre. Oh, thank the three! You made it! I couldn't finish my aunt's funeral without her cherished shield. Her spirit will rest easier knowing it still protects her remains. With my deepest gratitude, this payment is yours.
The purpose of Tamiti made manifest. We make each other stronger.
Fate must have led you here, friend.
Where's that lay about Randus? Absent again.
Oh, why must we be stuck here? We'll get home someday, little squirrel friend. I hope.
What's going on with the Stormwing? Nobody wants to go near that ship.
Good question. I hear it's full of skeevers, and it arrived with a prelate from the temple.
Interesting. No one's gone near it since the temple priests disembarked. Not even a rat.
Probably cultists of some sort. That's my guess, anyway.
You don't think the ship is haunted, do you? Haunted and cursed?
Until we know what's going on, I'm giving that ship a wide berth.
Not now, stranger. My assistant never showed up for work today, and I've got my hands full directing cargo bound for Plague. That's not a word to toss around lightly. What proof do you have? Look, illness is a part of life when you work with the dead. I'm surprised the Keepers of the Dead aren't sick more often. Plague can be serious, but I need more than your word to shut down the port or quarantine the city. Sorry, I can't let you wander around unattended on a ship under my watch. And since my assistant Randus never showed up for work today, I have no one available to escort you. Without Port Agent Randus or more substantial proof, I can't help you. No, I wouldn't want that. All right. If you're careful and don't touch anything, you can go aboard and take a look around. But if you find anything to verify your claim, I want you to bring it to me immediately.
Yes? What's going on with the Stormwing? Nobody wants to go near that ship.
Good question. I hear it's full of skeevers, and it arrived on a pellet from the temple.
Interesting. No one's gone near it since the temple priests disembarked. Not even a rat.
Probably cultists of some sort. That's my guess, anyway.
You don't think the ship is haunted, do you? Haunted and cursed.
You're back. I was worried maybe you abandoned me. If I have to turn away one more family... Did you learn anything at the Stormwing about a sickness or a plague? And did the temple really send Prelate Forum to the necropolis? An imposter? Let me see what you found. I knew there was something wrong the moment I saw the prelate. Oh, I suppose I should call him Blightcrown. What kind of name is that? And what does a devotee of Periite want in the necropolis? All sorts of relics and heirlooms are stored in the catacombs with the ancestors. And with Periite cultists loose inside, Abbot Ilvel and the Keepers are in terrible danger. I don't... Wait! When I wanted to slip out after curfew, I used the cellar that connects to the city's underways. I doubt Blightcrown or his attendants know about it. Meet me in the tunnel behind the necropolis. I think I can get us inside from there. The entrance to the underways is on the west side of the necropolis. You'll find the cellar door in an alcove on your right. I'll post a notice about the closure and join you there. We can't... I was orphaned at a young age. No other family. Abbot Ilvel took me in and raised me. He's the father I never had. A kind and devout servant of the necropolis. But maybe too trusting. It never occurred to him to question Blightcrown's story. I only have Blightcrown's word about that. I'm not even sure if the abbot and the keepers are really sick. When I returned, the place was already locked tight, and I was ordered to stay at the door and turn pilgrims away. As Prelate Forum, Blightcrown has the authority of the temple. The Necrom Guard would never make a move against a temple prelate or the orders of the abbot. No. We need to get inside and find the abbot ourselves, before it's too late. Not a terrible lot. I'm not an expert on Daedric studies or anything. I know he's the Daedric Prince of Pestilence, the Blighted Lord, the Master of Tasks. Some believe he isn't a very important prince, but people get sick all the time. People worship all sorts of things. Periite's followers see disease as a blessing. They revel in suffering and spreading plagues. Blightcrown's attendants have pox scars. I should have suspected something when I first met them. I'll meet you in the underways.
There, that should do. If I could get some customers.
Over here, friend. A rarely used trapdoor. You go first. No one around,
Finally,
just as I hoped.
Over here. The great
chapel
maid
is through the
needs to
doorway and
speak
up the
to you.
stairs. To the right, friend. The door to the chapel is at the end of the hall. Locked? The chapel is never locked. Can you pick it? If not, Curate Zancon leaves his key on a shelf to the northwest. Those sensors, whatever they're emitting, reeks. Destroy the sensors. They're sickening these keepers. I
the fulcrum. Please.
Abbot Ilvel is in danger. Prelate Farum put one of those foul censers in his chamber. They ask so many questions. Please, help the others.
No, I know nothing of Prior Durdren's tomb. Leave me be.
That's all of them. Let's go check on Abbot Ilvel. Blightcrown is with the Abbot? His chambers are to the north when we're done here. The Abbot! Destroy that foul censer, friend.
No, Prelate, stop. Fulcrum Obscura. Durdren's tomb. In the lower catacombs.
Poor Abbot Ilvel. He's delirious. What did he say about the lower catacombs? How insidious. Blightcrown made the Keepers of the Dead sick so he could question them in their fevered state. And also he could find some old relic hidden in the necropolis? Why go to all the trouble? Hermaeus Mora? The Keepers of the Dead have nothing to do with the Lord of Secrets. And I never heard of anything called the Fulcrum Obscura. Wait. How do you know all this? Are you a cultist too? Endangers Nirn? I'm just a minor curate working in the necropolis. Feuds between Daedric princes are beyond me. Still, I want to help. Finding anything in the catacombs will take time. We might be able to catch up with Blightcrown if we hurry. Prior Durdren founded the necropolis and our order. Abbot Ilvel idolized him. Told me the Prior was obsessed with Necrom's history and had received a special charge from Lord Vivec. There's a key to the catacombs in the desk. Hurry, friend. Take the key from the desk and head to the catacombs. The door is through the chapel and to the north. Since the founding of Morrowind, Dark Elves have interred their dead in necropolises. Necrom is one of the oldest, maybe the oldest. Here, our people can visit their revered ancestors, seek their guidance, remind them they haven't been forgotten. It depends what you mean by relic. Many families choose to honor their dead by entombing them with trophies or keepsakes. Some of those might be valuable, or dangerous. But no Dark Elf would think of stealing from their ancestors. The ancestors watch over us. I have faith that in moments of need, my prayers will be answered. Although it certainly helps that the censers were destroyed and that foul miasma is dissipating. Prior Durdren established the Keepers of the Dead as a religious order and built this abbey over the ancient necropolis. He lived and died here centuries ago. I don't remember that coming up in any of the abbot's lectures. But Prior Durdren possessed many talents. Legend has it he could command powerful Daedra and resist their lures. And he was given some sort of charge by Lord Vivec personally. I only visited it once, with Abbot Ilvel when I was very young. It's somewhere in the lower catacombs, at the very deepest point in the necropolis. Remember, Blightcrown brought the hidden kindred with him. You might have to fight to get there. The door to the catacombs is through the chapel and to the north. Prior Durdren's tomb is deep inside.
Keep looking. Like crowns and mounds. Find them.
approaches, Tovasard. Quick, take the relic.
The relic broke. Still, this portion contains the power we need. I leave our guests to you, Lightcrown.
The time to hide is over. Behold Blightcrown, most favored priest of Perryites. I leave you with a blessing from the Prince of Pestilence.
Keep your shade.
You're back. Look, Abbot Ilvel is awake and feeling much better.
Is this the one, Gadain? You saved many lives, friend. Come, talk with me. Young Gadain told me of your mission for the Prince of Fate. A strange and perilous ally. But I thank you for saving the necropolis. We owe you our lives. What happened in the catacombs? Did you find the impostor who called himself Prelate Farum? Interesting. I know Prior Durdrin cavorted with Daedra, but there was no mention of Perryites in any of the chronicles. At least I see that you recovered the rest of the relic. I have no idea what they think it can do, or if it even still functions. Oh, hold on to it, of course. Gadain said that fate led you to us. I can only assume it was because of the Fulcrum Obscura. It must have a role in whatever trials you must face to save Nirn. Yes, my young charge told me everything. He does that. Just this. I am in no condition to help you recover the relic. None of the Keepers are. Well, none except Gadain. I will send our young curate with you. Search out these villains, put a stop to their scheme, and recover the Fulcrum Obscura. Gadain, go with this adventurer. Retrieve the stolen piece of Fulcrum Obscura. You need to see more of the world anyway.
Go? But... Yes, Abbot. I'll do it. Friend, I never traveled far from Necrom. Barely left the Telvanni Peninsula, and that was just one trip to Mournhold with Abbot Ilvel. The Abbot has given me a mission, though, and I mean to complete it. Just tell me what to do, and I'll follow your lead. The Necrom Bindery? I thought that place was abandoned. Of course I'll meet you there.
Your work here is done, Proxy. Still we... That dark elf also bears the mark of fate. I shall speak with you momentarily, Kiret. Fate's threads still lead to 2 other locations. Choose another portal proxy.
Talk? To me? Of course. Go on, friend. I'll see you soon.
Finally! Over here! The Great Mage
Come,
needs to
Proxy.
speak to you.
Fate dictates that I join you at this location. The threads of fate draw both of us to this place, Proxy. Telrendis, once the home of a powerful Telvanni magister named Meln the Mouthless, but now abandoned. From what I could ascertain, no one knows what happened to the wizard of this tower. That has yet to be determined. One of the strands of fate revealed to me converges at this location. More than that, Hermaeus Mora expects us to learn for ourselves. Of the 3 sites, this one requires that I be on hand to assist you. I never said it was more important, just that fate requires both of us here. More than that, we shall need to determine. I do sense a lingering presence, a connection to Apocrypha. Help me investigate this place and Hermaeus Mora will reward you. The Telvanni are one of the great Dunmer houses. They focus on magic and the arcane arts, and they consider power, ruthlessness, and ambition to be paramount. We must be careful in our dealings with them, for they are nothing if not dangerous. Yes, but I could not learn much. Just that he owns this tower, but has not been seen in some time. The place is considered abandoned. He was a Telvanni masters and magisters avoid undue socializing, fearing threats from all directions. So they appoint agents to represent them, mouths. Meln eschewed the practice, hence they called him Mouthless. I expect his tower to be a fortress.
Wait, hold on. Headed to Old Isra. Oh good, you stopped. No time for details. People eager to see me dead will come over that hill at any moment. So, want to earn some easy gold. Tel Hulen, the tower at Old Isra's east end. Inside there's a green mushroom. By that mushroom there's a dark elf. She'll probably insult you. She's my contact. Deliver this letter, then walk away with a pocket full of gold. Better you don't know, but fine. There's a spy among the Assembly of Masters. My contact's here to end the threat. Look, can you take this letter to her? Don't open it, don't look at it, don't talk about it. Hand it over. Remember, a dark elf by a green mushroom in Tel Hulen. Tell her, both light and shadow can be deadly. She'll reply, though only one chases the other. Then hand over the letter and she'll give you gold. Now, get to Tel Hulen. I'll draw off my pursuers.
sabers here. Careful, Proxy. I have faced these vampire mercenaries before.
Master Shell ready. The tower's defenses continue to oppose us.
Meln was thorough, I'll give him that. Any word from the tower?
No progress yet. I'll keep you informed.
See that you do, Captain. I expected to have Telrendis all to myself today, and you're certainly not one of Captain Xenphis' vampire mercenaries. Abandoned, yes, but not without its defenses. Telrendis is a dangerous place, Fla. I advise you not to interfere with the Dusksabers, and it seems Meln the Mouthless left Telrendis well protected, as my man. Oh, the Telvanni Magister who owned this place. He's been missing for decades. The old fool possessed a book that I very much want to add to my library. Scavenge if you will, as long as you understand the book is mine. Now, why are you really here? A capable adventurer might be just what I need. The wards of Telrendis are intended to keep out other Telvanni wizards, myself included. And since my Dusksabers are stymied, I have a proposition for you. Find a way into the tower and breach Meln's defenses so I can recover the book I seek. You can then attend to your business with the gratitude of a Telvanni master. So what do you say? Do we have an agreement? I suggest you begin with the old Telrendis Hall, to the southwest of this camp. Captain Xenphis reports that his Dusksabers are having a difficult time there. If you can succeed where they have so far failed, I will make it worth your while. There are no cultists here, only my Dusksabers, and the defenders Meln the Mouthless left behind. But I'm curious about how you are acquainted with Torvasard. Where did you encounter him? In some quarters, it's impolite to ask about such things. I'm a Telvanni master. I know many Dremora. My dealings with them are not your concern. But if you must know, I had no part in whatever happened in Necrom.
That Telvanni bears watching. But the tower remains the crux of our investigation here. Let us find a way in.
Jack must like you, Tamit. In life, he never did anything like this for me.
How do we rise in House Telvanni, clawing and biting our way to the top? How to succeed in House Telvanni?
You there! You look like a capable forager. I need some help. Can we talk? Thank the ancestors you stopped. Ah, yes. I am Balver Bemis, retainer to Oathman Lero Rawless of House Telvanni. Lero suffers from beastly headaches, and I'm making a tincture to address his malady. I need some hard-to-attain ingredients. I need the musk gland of a bull netch. I spotted some netch remains around Kemel Z. Also a plant called the volcanic stinkhorn from near Salem Mora. And lastly, fungal blooms from a dead shroom beetle. The best ones skitter around Tel Dreloth. Once you collect the ingredients, I'll make the necessary preparations at my work. Just come back here when you're done. I'll be here, tinkering on the tincture.
Despite Azura's curse, the dawn
Can't go anywhere till that's taken care
The potential for health or harm.
Any delay is unacceptable. We hired the Morag Tong to deal with this problem.
Bellow all you want. It won't change my process.
Outrageous! How dare you...
Master Phobes, a word, if I may.
Well, look what the Nixox dragged in. What are you doing here, hero? Are you following me again? Seriously, what brings you to this house of arrogance and whining? Though only one chases the other. Alright, it's obvious Folsey sent you, and she gave you the code of a courier. That tells me you have something for me. Go on then. Hand it over. Folsey can fend for herself. Right now, I need to see if she learned anything to point me to the true identity of my target. Tredesem, the name on the writ, is an alias. Interesting. According to Folsey, House Drez established a camp to the south. Folsey seems to think so. Since you want to get paid, how about you help me out? I need to assassinate a spy and tell Hulan. But to do that, I need to figure out who actually deserves my blade. It's quite legal. I have a Morag Tong writ of execution. A binding document that gives me the authority to eliminate the name on the writ. We figure out who Tredesem actually is, I finish the job, you get paid, and we go home. Not together, necessarily. Depends on my mood. So, what do you say? Congratulations, you're my new Folsey. First, go to the servants' quarters to the west and ask Akigo about the spy. Then visit the Drez camp to the south and see if they have any connection to this Tredesem. I need to keep watch here, just in case. Ah, hero. If we had a bottle of wine and all the time in the world, the stories I could tell you. But I really want to complete this writ and then wash the stink of the Telvanni out of my hair. Can we catch up later, please?
No, Sulis. I'm out of patience. We need this finished now!
Master Phobes, calm yourself. This solves nothing.
Please always stand beside us in the
don't miss the cold of Eastmarch. I get plenty of it from the elves here.
I have nothing to say to you, friend of the Dark Lady. Word travels fast in old Isra, outsider. I heard you work with the Dark Lady. Last time she came through, I had to clean up 3 bodies. If she sent you to ask for my help again, the answer is, politely, no. I do not want her to be angry with me. Just information? No risk to scale or tail? Very well. I don't know about a spy, but a servant leaves the quarters late every Sundas and Midas night, then returns early the next morning. No idea who, but there's always a strange smell the next day. What? No. It's locked for a reason. We servants don't have that much. I won't let a stranger in to go through our meager belongings. No, this key stays right here with me. You wouldn't? You would? Fine. Working for House Telvanni is just one terrible moment after another. Here. But I don't want to know anything about what you do in there. Just leave the key in the lock. I'll grab it once you leave.
Did you see that woman outside? If looks could kill, she wouldn't need those knives.
Shh. She asked about her assistant. Just keep your head down.
Was that you, rummaging around upstairs? If you're a new servant, then I hope you learn to respect other people's belongings. Also, and I'll try to say this gently, your smell is quite pungent. I have, and I wish they'd do it quietly. I won't tell the head steward, but they could repay my discretion by not disturbing my sleep. And no, I don't know who it is. Staying ignorant means I don't need to lie when someone asks. Yes, and it's right in front of me. Have you been wrestling in the swine pond? Probably with the servant that sneaks out late at night, I imagine. Please take that smell and leave. We've been trying to air out this place for weeks. Well, last week, the head steward assigned me to Master Sulis's quarters. He's friendly in public, but exceedingly mean behind closed doors. I heard him talking with Master's foes in Filsey about a secret project, but I didn't get any details. I have, and I wish they'd do it quietly. I will...
Sorry, no time for the likes of you. The Masters and Mouse are very strict that we talk to no one. You don't even want to know what they did to me when they heard I accidentally told an elf from House Dres where the well was.
Hey, hero. Find anything pertinent to my writ? Notice how the servants around here love me. They know I'm here for bigger scribs than them. Well, Come to think of it, I have had a writ or two for servants over the years. 3, actually. Anyway, find anything useful in there? You brought me a jar. Ugh, it reeks like Asha's undergarments. Why in the world would a servant need a jar of Kaguti musk? I can't think of a single useful purpose other than to stink up the place. Did Akigo have any useful information? Well, I'd say you'd found the source of the spell. But why go out on specific nights just to return with a jar of stink? Could it be some sort of weird romantic rendezvous? That's no courting ritual that I'm familiar with. Anything else? Now that's interesting. Certainly worthy of the efforts of a spy, depending on the nature of the project. Let's you and I keep this to ourselves for now. See what else we can learn about this secret project.
Imagine the fine attire you might make with that. Look around us, Tamid. I would not have you miss the beauty of this place. What might you make with that?
Over here, hero. Got anything interesting for me? Felsi's report didn't do this place justice. This isn't a camp. It's a House Dres foothold in House Telvanni territory. Any chance you found anything that will help us find the spy in there? Well, that narrows down the list of suspects, and it also tells us how they exchange information with their contact. They're using the Kuguti nests to the north as a pickup spot. Did you find anything else? Add all this to that jar of Kuguti musk you found in the servants' quarters, and I think we're getting close to catching our spy. Using false names to identify the masters. Clever, and demonstrates a sense of humor. Not quite yet. This could just be another diversion. Let's not jump to too many conclusions just yet. So it appears that an aide or servant leaves messages for House Dres at the Kuguti nests to the north, using the musk to keep from being attacked. First, go to Tel Hulan and update Master Sulis. Then we'll check on those nests. The clues indicate that Tredecim is an aide to one of the masters, who also sleeps in the servant quarters. They use Kuguti musk to approach the northern nests to exchange messages with House Dres. Update Master Sulis, then join me at the nests.
You wouldn't believe the amount of alchemy reagents I get called on to bring here.
How to succeed in House Telvanni at the precipice with a knife to our back. We start at the bottom.
Ah! You're assisting the Morag Tong agent, correct? As busy as I am, I can always spare a moment for the hired help. Oh, that is good to hear. Even though the Assembly enacted the writ, I know that Naryu is under no obligation to keep us informed. I appreciate it. I know better than to ask for specific details. The Morag Tong prefers to work unhindered. Anything else? The Masters send representatives to the Assembly, our mouths. They have the authority to speak in our names. Some sessions require a master or two to attend, as well as any aides and servants. Scribes take notes so every master can stay informed. You did you? Interesting. Yes, I'm working on something with Masters Foves and Thilsey. We've been meeting frequently until fairly recently. Then Foves stopped attending. He's worried about the spy. His aide delivers him notes after each meeting. A very informative update. Thank you. Now you should get back to it. We'll all feel safer and more secure once this spy has been dealt with. Permanently. To a Telvanni master such as myself, everyone is a spy and a threat. It's something of our way of life. Hence the need for you and the Morag Tong assassin. A fresh set of eyes and a dagger to get the job done. I suggest you get back to it.
Hireling, I hope you have a strong sense of discretion. Talking to Master Sulis like that may not be wise. I have concerns about him. Have you and the assassin made progress? I totally understand. What some call paranoia, I call prudent caution. This spy could cause irreparable damage to the Assembly, if not to House Telvanni itself. Tell me, what did you and Master Sulis talk about just now? Did he now? How easily he let slip confidential information to a stranger. I know others find me grating, but I've spent my life making House Telvanni stronger. This spy threatens our stability. I need you to find them. Eliminate this threat. I don't like this feeling of the wolves at the door. Your confidence encourages me. Thank you for talking with me. Now I must go. I swear my aide Gito is avoiding me. Just between us, he's let his grooming lapse. His odor is quite unpleasant. Oh, Alam Gito. Yes, he's been my loyal assistant for a number of years. Maybe I've been working him too hard. Seems like he has no time to keep up his appearance. And the smell! Perhaps I should get him a room outside the servants' quarters. I'm suspicious of everyone, especially my peers and rivals. You have to be, in my position. Sulis, though, he's changed. I don't like it. He has a new urgency about him. Always wants to talk about some new idea or another. For example, Sulis mentioned our secret project, yes? He insists that we meet in person. And with a spy and possible assassin roaming this tower? Ridiculous! What? No, of course not. What part of the word secret are you unfamiliar with? No, I cannot discuss our project. Sulis should never have mentioned it to begin with.
Here's the other one. Before I let you find our spy.
Is swift.
I smell like a Kagudi, this place smells like a Kagudi, and you definitely smell like a Kagudi. Let me see that letter you found. Master Foves's aid. Interesting. Once House Dres heard about the writ, they must have panicked. Not so fast, hero. Have we found everything here at the Kagudi nests? There might be more clues scattered around this Dres message relay. If Guiteau and the Dres used this site often, they could have left behind other information. Damn it, Volsey! I told you to be careful. I hate losing a good associate. I smell like a Kagudi, this place smells like a Kagudi, and you definitely smell like a Kagudi. Let me see that letter you found. Master Foves's aid. Interesting. Once House Dres heard about the writ, they must have panicked. Not so fast, hero. Have we found everything here at the Kagudi nests? There might be more clues scattered around this Dres message relay. Ugh, what's that on the letter? Are you sure that's just mud? Why don't you just read it to me from over there? Ah, probably that secret project the servant mentioned. Foves is part of the project, so as his trusted aide, Guiteau gains access to the details, may have even taken the notes himself. What else? Bristleback, Sparrow, that letter, and the Dres camp explained these code names. This means Master Foves worked with Guiteau this whole time. They even tried to frame Master Sulus as the spy. Can't say I'm overly surprised. My next step is quite clear. I kill Guiteau. The writ covers Tridecim and just Tridecim. Anything you want to do beyond that is up to you, hero. Let's return to Tel Hulen. Hopefully Guiteau is there so I can wrap this up.
something to attack, or something to protect.
Tell me, assassin, have you dealt with our spy?
Not yet, but I'm about to. Looks like we got to that letter before Guiteau. He never received his orders to slip away and make a break for the dress camp. Makes my life easier. Now I complete my writ. I figured you'd want to witness a professional at work. After all your help, you've earned that right. The rules are quite explicit. I can only terminate the person or persons listed on my writ, and this writ only covers Tredism. We know that's Guiteau, so he's my only target. A Telvanni master may be guilty of scheming, but that's nothing new. She did she? I suppose you did go out of your way to help a woman with a writ. Here you go, payment is promised. Never let it be said that Noryuvirian doesn't pay for services rendered. Thanks again, hero. Now, for my final bit of business. Master Phobes, it seems your aide has been speaking out of turn.
No! Mercy, please!
If you're certain, assassin, then do as you will.
No! You'll have to catch me first!
Help is so difficult to come by. Pity you had to kill one of the good ones.
With that, the writ is complete. I'm still curious why Guiteau decided to betray his master, but I suppose that doesn't really matter at this point. In a place like this, you don't always need a reason for betrayal. Sharpening my blades. You never know how soon I'll need to draw them again. Then a trip to Necrom, I think. I should pay my respects at the necropolis while I'm in the area. I put a lot of ancestors in those catacombs.
Good find, Tamid. spin and weave with Mafala's swiftness.
Mortal, why do you bear the mark of the Great Eye? Mortals, you scurry around, obsessed with your petty affairs, and then you die. But you bear the mark of Hermaeus Mora. Have you come to replace me in my task? That would be typical. Wait, were you sent to help me with the cultists? Before you die? Not much to tell. I just arrived myself. This mortal served the Great Eye, but he died before he could tell me about the other Daedric cultists that scamper about. They're creating an intolerable contradiction in reality. Makes my tentacles ache. Something here undermines a fate recorded by Hermaeus Mora. Likely foolish mortals trying to change what has already been written. To fix this, I could use some help. I'd prefer to sit back and wait for entropy to claim us all, but I suppose we must do something. Let's survey the town. See if anyone survived and try to determine what the cultists want here. Oh, and despite my size, I'm good in a fight. You'll see. As I said, divergences in the threads of fate call to me. My purpose is to correct those digressions, examine the contradictions, and rectify them. I can't leave until I succeed. Don't ask me why, there is no why. It simply is. I am Scroot, a powerful servant of the Great Eye. Creatures of my Daedric order call ourselves... It doesn't matter. Everyone else calls us Watchlings. An insulting diminutive, but I expect nothing more. Oh, do you mock me? I detect a note of mockery. I should reduce your brain to rotten cheese for your temerity. Yeah, but what's the point? What's the point of anything, really? Just know that I can summon a mighty strike when fate requires it. Very mighty. Yes, but it's usually easy enough to nudge a mortal follower of Hermaeus Mora to summon me when the ripples of fate draw me here. It's not my fault the fragile mortal got himself killed. Well, maybe it is. Who can say? Fate works in mysterious ways. Olivalis? Or this tedious mortal plane? No, don't tell me. My answer's the same in either case. It's a dust mote, populated by delusional insects whose meaningless lives seem important to them. I can't bring myself to care. I have no clue. When my master exerts his power in this plane, the consequences linger. Footprints in the malleable clay of fate that harden to stone with the passing ages. I sense that events here run counter to something my master did long ago. Something special about a mortal settlement? Hardly. Olivalis fails to stand out from the sheer mediocrity of 1,000 similar places in this world. Until the followers of a Daedric prince seize control of it anyway. Which may be something. You mean besides the dead devotee of Hermaeus Mora? They call themselves the Hidden Kindred. Since I could see them, the nomenclature must be ironic. I also noticed some Daedra, Dremora of Clan Dreamcarver, sworn to serve Prince Vermina. Periite and Vermina? Working together? That could be the source of the disturbance in fate. The mortal who summoned me spoke of nightmares before he died. I was just about to start my inquiries when you arrived. Pity you don't have more tentacles.